Hello,
Hi there.
how are you doing?
Pretty good. And you?
Uh, well, under the weather again.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, something's going around again, and of course, me and Patty both caught it again. So,
Well, you got grandchildren, so yeah, this is one of the costs, so to speak.
well, actually, I think this time we gave it to her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think Patty had it first, and
Well, she's meeting the public every day, right?
yeah, yeah, she's
So unless she wears a spacesuit or something or another, she's going to be, exposed.
yeah, I would have thought that her immunity would have built up a little bit better, but
Well,
by now,
on
you
the
know,
other hand, there's a lot of bugs out there and they're constantly mutating. So that's just biology, okay? There's no,
it's seems more so this past year than before, but yeah, I agree. I'm not denying it.
so is this one of them that was scheduled as remote or
No,
is,
yeah, I'm waiting for Jim. Jim's supposed to be down at the library.
oh,
So,
okay. So you're just there because you're not well, but you're supposed to be at the library if you're well. Okay. I got it.
yeah, and
So
I
you're waiting for Jim to get the equipment cranked up.
hopefully he's able to do it. So that was the plan anyway. I talked to him this morning. Said, I Patty didn't think I should go. I'm feeling a lot better than I was, but there's no point in risking anything.
No, you don't. The last thing you want to do is share some bug with your friends, and uh,
Well, especially since, most of my friends are older.
yeah, right. We sure are.
So,
In some cases, quite a bit.
yeah. So there's just no point in risking it. It's just, you know, uh it's easy enough to start the Zoom meeting and pretty
So,
pretty much we could do this anywhere. I don't have to be home. I could be on my phone doing this.
yeah,
So,
one of the things that I've been doing over the last week, well, I've got you cornered here, so to speak, is I've been trying to install the IDE for Arduino, the 2.0 IDE. And let me tell you what happens. I go through the installation process. I've done this probably 100 times or more on different versions and in class and so forth. I get the installation, it's going, I click on the thing to open the IDE, and the emblem comes up and it spins and it spins and it spins. I thought maybe I wasn't waiting long enough. So I went away and did something else and came back, and sure enough, it's still spinning. So have you installed the 2.0 IDE?
no, I have not. Um, I think I used the app image. Let me see what I've got.
I did not use the app image. I used the regular install process.
Yeah. Um,
Basically, I downloaded the zip file put it where I wanted it on my workstation. Did an unzip, blah, blah, blah. And you should be able to run it from there.
Yeah.
Once you've unzipped it, you should be able to run the application. Yep. It starts, but it doesn't ever.
Huh. I download the app image, and I haven't started it on this machine, so let's see what happens. I just had to agree, and it pretty much came right up to the, oh, it says there's a new IDE, of course. And it installed a bunch of updates. It was nice and zippy and fast, though.
So, did it tell you what version it is?
I appear to be using 4 months ago. What would that be? September 22
Yeah, but
version.
it gives you a version number, and like 2.0.3 or something like that.
It says 2.0.0, so it must have been the first.
Okay, the one that I downloaded, which is the one that was the most recent on the Arduino site, was 2.0.3.
Yeah, that's the one that said, let me download it. It said that there was an update.
Okay.
So let's see if I can download it. Arduino, yep, that's the one they're pushing now. App image. Maybe I should just download the thing and the zip
What I
file.
did was download the zip file.
Yeah, I'm downloading both. I'll download both.
And then I went to the command line and did an unzip with the zip file. And
I don't know. I have found anymore that if they offer an app image, that just sort of works.
okay,
Um,
maybe that's what I should do.
those app images are pretty amazing, actually. Let me extract. I download the zip file, and
The
I'm
zip
not going.
file for the app image.
No, the zip file for the IDE.
Okay.
I'll try it. Arduino. Oh, I probably need to. Nope. Yeah, started right up.
Really? Well,
Sorry.
maybe I better just scrub what I downloaded and start over again.
It started right up, and it went to the last sketch I had opened with the 2.0.
The 2.0 or the 1.8?
No, the 1.8 would have been a completely different sketch. So the 1.8 is what I have been using.
The last version of 1.8 that was released was 1.8.19.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not having a problem with either the zip file or the app image. They both opened right up.
You use Linux Mint?
Yeah.
I'm using Ubuntu 22.04, which should give you the same results as Mint.
Yeah, should be
That's
about the
Mint
same.
21.3.
Nope, 20, what is this?
It was 20,
21.1. 21.1.
21.1. Okay. Well, all right. Obviously, I've got a.
There's a misconfiguration somewhere.
Oh yeah, no question about that.
Um, I would try the app image though, because like I said, I haven't found one app image yet that hasn't worked.
Okay.
They all just seem to do what they're supposed to do.
Okay, I will download the app image and see what happens. So let's see, we're at 512.
Yep. Nobody
Hmm.
yet. They're, they're
Okay.
maybe they're still trying to figure it out. I'm the one that usually sets that stuff up. So,
Well, no, but Jim's set it up a few times, hasn't he?
yeah, he's done it. So
So what do you got? Just do you think it's a head cold or what?
it's not COVID because we did do the test again just to make sure.
Hmm.
It's like it's the flu. I mean, it's just the creepy crud. You know,
Hmm.
you I got the stuffed up nose and uh
You have any fever?
I did. My fever lasted forever. Um finally I just it finally just broke one night and I was like, cool. I woke up, I was in cold sweats and my fever
Hmm.
was gone. And I was like, okay, we're done with that.
Hmm.
So um Thea's fever lasted one day, which, she had pretty much the same deal. She said that she woke up really cold and she was wet. I was like, okay. So her fever broke early though. My fever lasted 2 days.
Well, now she was staying with her dad, though, right?
Yeah,
When this happened.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, we picked her up from school and stuff, so I'm sure she was exposed. Who knows how that actually happened? I mean, we could have been exposed from her, or she could have been exposed from us. She was she was fine when we had her, and then the next day she had the creepy crud. And
Did her dad get it?
nope, it's interesting how that stuff works sometimes. But I took some Jim said to take some Robitussin to get rid of the cough. That seems to have actually helped. Um, I've still got it. It's still there, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was. Now I'm just stopped up.
So you got your green screen all the way across now?
I don't know. It seems to be working better.
Because I don't usually I see on your left, my right. I usually see no the other way, the other left. Okay. I usually see a door over there.
Oh,
Is that
no, that hasn't been that was at the old house.
mm, this was in your new apartment, I thought.
Uh you used to be able to I'm touching a shelf. You used to be able to see that. I don't know why you can't see that. And
Mm,
there's Raspberry Pis right here in this general area.
I'm just seeing the image of the spaceship
spaceship.
behind it.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Yeah, I don't know why it suddenly started working better.
Have you
I can see
upgraded-
the green through my ears.
Yeah.
But-
Have you upgraded the Zoom recently?
Last week.
Okay.
Here's Jim. Jim's figured it out. Yeah, did get some new video drivers in the repositories. Apparently released a new video driver. That may have something to do with it.
Now, this is a video driver for Linux Mint or a video driver for okay.
That's kind of interesting.
That's certainly interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Howdy.
That must be because the can is blue.
Leroy wasn't feeling good.
Oh,
He's at
okay.
home.
Well, I'm glad you kept it at home if you're not feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I
that's
had
why I was
COVID
telling
over
our-
Christmas and I
it's-
didn't like it.
Wasn't good. You turned it back in, turned it in, got another.
We're not getting any audio from Leroy there.
Leroy, are you audioing?
I am audioing. I'm
I
saying
see your lips
words.
moving.
Hello.
Ventriloquist. Yeah,
I can hear
That's
him
good.
fine.
he's mine.
Yeah.
Let's see, let's check our audio. Just for giggles. Same as system intern mic. Oh, we want to use that. That might be good.
Probably
They're
had it
probably
turned
looking
off
to me,
from.
I know it's a thrill, but yeah. Probably expecting something better, yeah.
Last year when we went on a cruise, and I'm saying to you, I felt like shit. I mean, I didn't have to go to the hospital.
Well.
It was like the worst flu for me.
I didn't have it that bad. It was like a bad head cold.
Yeah.
Million people died.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just in the US.
Yep. Not in mess.
Well,
Get your boost.
Can you hear me now?
All boosted.
I can hear you fine.
Yeah. Me and you can have a conversation that they'll just be
Yeah.
out of the loop.
Yeah. And I can hear them fine also.
Yeah.
They're a little far away, so they're not as loud, but
Your audio is
Well,
connected.
he doesn't have the good microphone.
5 a.m.
I've got
is
it.
that one that's like a white?
I waited until it came down, and I got that.
Yeah. Yeah, the snowball.
For the original strain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the snakehead in some movie I've seen.
Been released on like Thursday night, and my wife and I got the shot on Saturday.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we were able to get in. Yeah, it didn't take any time.
Same system. Is that it?
Hello. They can't hear me.
Speaker, same as.
They can't hear you?
Nice.
Can you guys hear me?
New computer audio. Audio options.
I don't know if they can
I
hear.
could hear Jim trying to figure it out. So
I don't think they can hear me either, Leroy.
no,
Did they fix the connection? It looks like it did. Oh, here's a short thing here.
it's probably because he
Things I have to move
You know,
down
had
the
to
end of the
mute
table.
everything
Looks like they were.
So he didn't get feedback.
so we don't get feedback down
I
here.
gotta break out the hub to do that. That's not security. No, the HDMI is different. That's true. Oh, that in. We'll let you supervise that.
Don't they have to turn on the TV?
Okay.
Only if they're actually plugged into the TV.
There. Okay.
The past 2 weeks ago, the jack for the TV was broken. So
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know if they've had a
Well,
chance to fix it or not.
They had a instruction for mechanically disinclined. And there's people that are hunched over the desk and they're looking up. The guy's got a pointer up there, and on the screen is a straight pot screw.
I don't know if he'll see what I typed or not.
Yeah, well, the chat session came up when he came on.
Yeah.
Hey, Jim, can you hear me? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I was just a young
Can't hear either one of us.
woman that lived behind my called my dad and said, could you come over and look at my sink? It's dripping. And so we hopped over the fence and went in. And she said, I
wanna call him.
But it didn't do anything.
Yeah.
She had
Let's see.
hanging her dish soap tray onto the floor. And even like, 12 or 13 years old.
Yeah.
I don't hear it ringing.
I thought Leroy told me.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
I think you've got your speakers muted or something because of the feedback that we were getting.
I don't hear. I've never heard anything. So, okay. Looks like this mic's picking it up.
Well, we can hear you. You just can't hear us. So it's
I assume you can't hear either one of us.
Trying to figure out what, how to get an eye on it. It looks like we've got it fixed.
okay.
And I leave and come back. And so I should be able to test it, you know? Let me change the screen on.
It's the input key on the remote, and it's
I checked all of them and I got nothing. I need to get the Chromebook to say use the HDMI.
Try number 6 says PN.
Well, it's HDMI.
Yeah, I know, but they may have
PCN is normally VGA.
They may have relabeled them.
this is funky. I could hear you guys talking, and I could twice because I'm on the phone with you, and I can hear you over Zoom. It is funky.
Is there a delay at all, Leroy?
A little, yeah.
Hello.
There's usually an offset between the phone and the Zoom.
But if I was using Windows, I don't know how you send this to the video. View. Let's just view. That's right.
So he's discriminating against the people using Linux.
Okay, I'm gonna probably drop out and just try to reboot it, see if it'll pick up the VGA.
Okay.
Or maybe we need to do that. I don't know.
No, it's not us. Because we can hear each other.
Do you know what version of Zoom you're using, Leroy?
I can find out.
I think I'm using 5.13 point something or another.
About Zoom 5.13.5.
Yeah, that's pretty close to what I'm using. I don't remember what that last digit is, but I know it's not 0.
If your Chromebook isn't picking up the monitor, or the TV, you might have to go into the settings and displays. Do what? Sound like maybe he.
And hence lies a problem. Let's try home.
So Leroy, your background.
Yes.
I don't think I've seen that one before. What is it?
That is the Orville.
Orville.
From the TV show The Orville.
Well, I guess I missed that. This is a current TV show or an ancient TV show, or
It is. It's no longer current. It was on Fox. A year before the pandemic.
so like 19.
Settings and display, or settings and device. Settings and device, Jim.
Hang on. I can't get Zoom. That's it.
Now I can't get Zoom.
And the mouse sucks. And the mouse is acting up to add insult to injury.
So the mouse isn't working with HDMI? That's weird.
Check the battery. Is that a wireless mouse?
Art wants to know if you're using a wireless mouse. No,
Using the built-in mouse.
the built-in mouse.
Oh, okay. Is it actually a built-in mouse or a touchpad?
It's probably one of those touchpad things.
Thank you. The Orville.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome. It's kind of a loving tribute to Star Trek, but funny-ish. It
Well,
got
some of Star Trek was pretty funny.
yeah. Well, I said if you go back and you watch the original TOS now, I mean, if it was a movie, that would be a bad B-50s movie. I mean,
Yeah. Okay.
But it started off as more like a tribute. Then it got kind of serious. And then season 3, it got really serious. And it kind of stands on its own. It's a really good show that
Oh, so
needs
this is
more
relatively
seasons.
recent because Seth MacFarlane did it.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, the Wikipedia says 2017, but I seem to remember it being a little bit not quite that old. Okay, Jim's trying to make a comeback in Zoom. Let's see what's going to happen.
There he is, Grand Poobah.
Maybe. Can you hear us?
You can't get it from Microsoft anymore, but it is available.
Hey,
Can you
Jim,
hear us now?
can you hear us?
Apparently not.
I muted the phone, so he can't hear me through that. Gotta love the library and the complications and the problems. Yeah, if you
Checking the phone now, this is not working.
you're going to try a phone number?
Is your phone still muted, Leroy?
No, I just unmuted my phone. If you're a fan of Star Trek, though, you probably would like the Orville.
Okay, well, I'll take a look at it.
It's on Hulu and Disney Plus.
Okay.
And I think you could get the first 2 seasons on Blu-ray. I don't know about the 3rd season.
So it's still running then, is what I'm hearing.
It's up in the air. Disney has not decided if they want to renew it or not.
So that's for the 4th season, not the 3rd season.
Right. The 3rd season's already aired. The 4th. I don't hear you through Zoom at all anymore, Jim. I'm just hearing you through the phone.
Yeah.
Okay, I think he just hung up. I don't know what.
Does he have the same equipment that you normally have there?
He's got his Chromebook, yeah.
But he does not have the microphone you normally use, right?
No. No, I knew that was going to be, a thing, but I've got, the mic and the camera that I normally use is here with me. It should not have been a huge thing, but it doesn't look like his video's working now, though. He plugged into the to the TV, and now stuff doesn't look like it's working.
Well, earlier on, the video was working fine. And I could hear
Yep, me too.
their audio.
Me
They
too.
just couldn't hear us.
Me too. I don't know. So, the first two seasons, okay. He's trying to come back in. The first two seasons were on Fox, and then Disney, bought part of Fox. So,
Oh, and they picked up that content.
and the third season, they gave it a huge budget. And I think they were expecting a whole lot more viewerships. But they haven't decided yet whether or not they want to renew it yet. They haven't said no, and they haven't said yes. So it's an expensive production that deserves to be renewed, but it's in the hands of whoever at Disney now.
Well,
to
Disney's
decide.
just had about 6 months ago, they had a turnover of the CEO. So there may be a lot of blood on the floor, so to speak, in the executive suite there.
Yeah, I don't really know. Everybody was expecting it to get renewed for a fourth season, and then the renew just never came, and it never came, and now we can only hope that it gets renewed for a fourth season. But Seth MacFarlane, he was kind of smart about it, and the final, the season 3 final is a good, not a great spot to stop, but a good spot that if the story had to stop, it pretty much, it closes all but a couple of the actual stories.
Doesn't leave you hanging.
There's a couple of stories that are left open, but yeah, it's a good stopping point if it had to stop.
I like his stuff. I particularly like, what was it? A Million Ways to Die in the West or whatever.
There's you'll like the Orville. His humor comes through. I mean, the first season, like I said, the first season was kind of a pastiche kind of thing.
Mhm.
A lot of people called it a parody, but it really wasn't. And there was a lot more of the humor in it. The second and third seasons got a lot more serious.
Okay, here he comes again.
Okay.
Whoa, there he is. He must be on his phone.
Can you hear us, Jim? Now we can't hear you.
Yeah. Now you've gone silent.
Oh.
Is he on a Android or an iPhone?
Android.
Okay.
Oh, we can hear
I
him.
can hear you.
Yes. Yeah.
Are we getting there?
I think we got something, yeah. We can see you.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
I have something I'm trying to give away. It's a useful object. It's a tempered glass shelf, heavy duty, 5/16 to 3/8 maybe, with a wall mount swivel.
Oh, it's like a TV stand.
it is like a stand for a wall mount. 16 inches from wall to the front, rounded.
Make that TV's on though, not to,
That's correct.
okay.
So I don't know. I haven't ever been able to find this on the internet. I don't know why anybody would make a glass stand to set a TV on.
It's probably for a conventional TV before the flat screens.
Could well be. Anyway, I'm looking for a good home for it. And if nobody's interested, I'm gonna walk down to the maker shop and see if they would like it for their shop. Is anybody on the telephone interested in this?
I can't use it. I'm sorry.
I can't either.
Well, I'm sorry, I've had it for 6 months and I couldn't use it. You've had 30 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did it come from? Where did it come from?
I was trying to give away a converter box. It's a tuner and a recorder for broadcast TV. And nobody seems interested in that. So, okay.
It's a tuner for broadcast TV.
Tuner / recorder for broadcast TV. You
Hmm.
plug your USB drive into the USB port on the front of it. And you can record on your drive from the TV, and has scheduling. You can do manual scheduling of programs.
What?
Daily and that sort of stuff.
So it lets you record from the HDMI?
It lets you know it records. It'll play back through the HDMI. It has a
Okay.
tune.
Um,
Think of it as a TV.
Yeah, with a recorder.
With a recorder built in. You plug the recorder you plug your drive into that USB port, and it'll record on your drive.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably don't have any real use for that either.
Okay.
Unfortunately. Jim, I am trying to get rid of stuff.
Yeah.
Not acquire more stuff.
Okay. But take that away.
As per our conversation a couple of weeks ago, Jim, I am trying to get rid of stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well,
You are not helping me by getting rid of stuff.
Volunteer. That's what we're doing. You're catching on.
So, anything new?
No.
No, not really. I finished my 3D print job of the undercarriage of my truck. That went good, so I'm looking for another 3D print job to do. That's all I've been doing.
Well, I finally got the car completely repaired except for the O2 sensor. Which I'm not even going to worry about at this point. But all the leaks have stopped, all the stuttering has stopped, all the hesitation has stopped. It's done. And I could have bought a brand new car for the price that I spent to fix this damn thing.
Is this one of your ex-cop cars?
Yeah, the Crown Vic.
Okay.
And there's certain milestones that those cars hit that everybody who, works on these cars knows that these milestones happen. Mine just happened a little bit earlier than most because mine had been sitting for 5 years. So, timed when things don't move and stuff like that, cars don't like that too much. So, rubber parts dry up and
Yeah,
stuff.
gaskets,
Stuff doesn't.
disintegrate.
Yeah, stuff doesn't last quite as long. So mine hit a couple of the milestones a little earlier than it should have. But now that everything's fixed, it should last 200,000 miles.
Oh, awesome.
So
How many miles it got on it?
just under 100. It should have lasted to probably 150, 127 to 150 before some of the major repairs needed to be done to it. But because it had been sitting, you know, it is what it is.
I had an old Corvette when I was younger, and I bought it, and one of the first things I did was put a new set of tires on it. And I worked on that thing for like 17 years. It was in my dad's garage. And anyway, by the time I was finished, I had to buy a new set of tires because I had drive. I had 0 miles.
Yeah, that was actually the surprising thing about this car was it's a 2008. I bought it 4 years ago, 3 years ago. It had a 2008 battery still in it, and it still cranked, and it still ran until it got cold, and then the battery gave out. But those Dura, whatever those things are, those Dura Life batteries, those things are awesome. Those things lasted forever. So I was shocked by that. I was shocked on how good the Goodyear tires that they use, that all the cops use.
Yeah.
Those things must be really good because they weren't dry rotted or anything. And I don't know if they were the original tires, but they had to be old. I mean, they couldn't have replaced them more than once. But
Do you know what departments these came from?
that one came from Oxford, Ohio.
Yeah.
Yep. That's all I know. I know because the guy that sold it told me that he got them for a reasonable price from Oxford because they had been sitting in their back lot for like 5 years. Oxford wasn't ready to give them up, but they weren't using them either. So he got them for a decent price. And then of course he passed on the decent price. And 3 years later, I've got a car with under 100,000 miles with brand new parts. It's almost like a brand new car. But that was an adventure. And I should have known when they replaced the valve cover gasket that the coil packs were going to go bad, because that almost always seems to happen. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, let me mute you. There we go.
Oh, there you go. Can you share that?
I don't know how to get it on the screen and I'm tired of it. We'll have to use this.
Oh, yeah, I thought you were there.
I'm gonna, we can use this as the microphone, I guess.
Did I see Vicente?
Yeah, he passed
Yeah, he popped
through.
in. Here he comes.
Oh,
Hi,
okay, we can-
Vicente.
Hi.
Hey, Vicente.
You get it
Hi,
up there.
everybody.
How you doing?
Great. A little cold, but it's okay. So what happened? Leroy had problem with the car or?
Well,
Had problem with the bus?
the car drama ended last week. This week's drama is I've been sick, so
Oh, sorry. Sorry to hear that. May I connect this in my phone?
Oh, okay, sure. That's what I did, and I couldn't share the screen because I don't know how to do that on a Chromebook. I don't know how to do that. Let's play with that.
So the maker's mob down the hall said, oh, we can't accept gifts.
Really?
they can't accept gifts.
Well, I think that was an alternate way of saying, take that piece of crap out of here.
Oh, they're being tactful.
What?
A diplomat is a person that tells you to go to hell and you look forward to the trip.
Okay.
So we have another camera,
So
right?
we're back to hunting for a home for that tempered glass shelf.
We're not seeing your video there, Vicente.
1 second.
You probably have to turn it on.
Down at the bottom, it shows video down there.
You have idea where to turn on the camera?
Let's see, record Vicente. That looks like you up here.
We have something new.
There's a glass TV shelf. Why they built it out of glass, I don't know, but there it is.
Okay, I saw something here.
That, does it say that there are people who would like to have it close to here?
No, it does not say. Oh, hi. Now there's 3 Vicentes.
Yeah. There you go.
3 for 1, what a deal.
Vicente has toys.
Yeah.
Oh, we can get some of these jokers in there, D.
How did this come on?
Yeah. Yeah, I can see you.
Yep.
And let's see here.
Let
Let's
me show some
highlight
stuff.
highlight that video.
We got this camera over here, Vicente, 2.
I got the one that Vicente is holding highlighted right now.
Yeah.
This is the McQueen robot. Leroy knows him.
Yep.
I will show how to work with remote Python using this radio link. This is an ESP32 here with a radio. Okay, and this is the USB link for the computer. See anything here?
Yep.
Yep.
I will connect the radio link.
What happened to the sound?
I don't know. We lost audio.
Okay, is that better?
Yeah, we got some feedback now, but
Okay, I muted my cell phone.
it might be Vicente's cell phone.
You mute that one? Yeah, mute that one.
There is a way to turn off the.
Touch the screen, see if something pops up.
Technology. Gotta love it.
Hmm.
I don't see how to turn off the.
I turned audio off this thing.
You
Here. I dropped it down to the top.
everybody looks muted except for
But this is the speaker, not
for
the
me and
microphone.
Art
Right.
and
The feedback is the speaker.
Jim's laptop. Everything else looks muted.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm turning on the mic here on this one. We'll try to
Yep.
use this one as primary. I'm muted, so I can't.
No, everybody looks.
So
I
we're not
think
having
everybody's
any
fine.
audio, so you should be able to unmute that one. You want me to unmute this one?
No. No, I think we're fine.
Join
It's working
audio.
okay now.
Okay.
So what are
Cellular.
we? Something got some feedback.
Well,
Wow.
mute. I'm muted.
Leroy, maybe you and I have to mute ourselves.
Well, I've got headphones on, so do you, so it should come through.
If you're on mute, it has to
Are
be.
you muted? Are
I
you
don't have-
muted? Are you muted?
Unmuted. Mhm.
I want to kill this phone. This is ridiculous.
Technology. There we go.
I'm muted here. I should be, but I'm not.
All right, what are we looking at, Vicente?
Well, this is the IDE for MicroPython.
Uh-huh.
I am trying to connect serially with the ESP32
Okay.
running Python, MicroPython.
Can he hear you?
I can hear Vicente.
But something wrong here. I don't know.
It's not, you're not connected. The curse of the library.
It's not detecting anything.
Some of your wires have come loose?
I see a red light blinking.
Make sure that the device is not in bootloader mode. No, in bootloader mode. Okay, now it's connected. Okay, I will run a demo program that we change the colors of the. Hard to connect.
Oh,
Something happens with the
we lost audio again. Jim, unmute. Hi, Kenny.
with 1 or 2 bytes, and you lose everything in the communication. Because usually you have your computer connected to the microcontroller to do this. I am using like a transparent serial bridge.
Turn
Turn
your phone up a little. We're looking down at the table.
At 150,200 baus. But really they are transmitting at double speed, and they have some kind of handshake or something. And maybe the protocol maybe need to exchange verification or something commands, and this thing doesn't can do, because it's half how do you say when
It's half duplex.
half duplex, exactly. Maybe the protocol support full duplex. So in half duplex, you need to wait for one file to go before here, whatever he is, the other one is talking. But maybe you are sending a file and the device maybe is sending at the same time some confirmation or something, and this system doesn't support full duplex. So
Yeah, you might try it at a lower speed and then.
no, but you can, the software don't have the configuration. But anyway, you can see, I will change, for example, the delay.
You want to restart it?
No, not necessary.
It's,
Okay.
you can't see from your angle, but it is responding.
Oh, okay.
I will change the delay of the software that is running, okay, to show how to update the code. I will put 2 seconds delay, stop the actual code, and send another code. When you use the computer, you only need to change the parameter and click send. Automatically, you update the script. But with this radio thing, look now is a longer resting time. I will try to change back the delay without resetting, just sending the new sketch. There. Okay. You can change a parameter in your code. When you work with Arduino, you need to compile and flash.
Right.
And usually 15 seconds or more. So when you are trying to do some test, it's nice to have the the Python program changes a line and immediately the program is updated. You know, I was thinking on to use this link to put it in the robot. So you can have the robot on the floor, for example, in your track, and you change parameters to see how it behaves, you know. But it's not working reliably, reliably.
Yes.
Okay. So there is another way is to use the ESP32 as a web page, and you work on it using Wi-Fi. Okay, I need to try that. Maybe faster or better. This is one of the things I was working on this week. Try to link the computer to a mobile robot and update the code without logging and flashing and moving. But this is a
That's nice. I like that. What kind of, what is the model of the radio?
HC12. They say it's a transparent serial link. You can buy now for $4 each or something.
Yeah, nice.
Or AliExpress $2. Okay, this is one thing. The other was the same thing I showed last week. The grade track.
Yeah, great.
The gradient. With several things. You can print this in Makerspace for $3. It's really cheap. Well, this is the robot. Interesting. I made a protocol to change these bars. Each bar control one parameter. This is the speed of one motor, and the second one is the speed the other motor. The next two lines do nothing, and the last one is the level of grade value where you want to transit to go to try to track this level of gray or darker or lighter. So supposedly this thing you can. There is something weird here that you have the IR sensor in the back of the robot. The good thing is you can put as many as you want in parallel. You can put 10 or 20 in parallel, and they receive the commands. So okay. Maybe I need another one in the front to cover all the. I have no idea what's going on.
You have to switch it on.
Mm-hmm.
Use a pad, touch pad. Huh? The battery dead?
No, it's full.
Darn batteries.
Hmm?
Darn batteries anyway. The battery on your remote, yeah. Something blinked. The blue light blinked.
Maybe the battery. but it's almost new. Well, not new. The remote is new. The battery, I don't know how long has been inside it.
Yeah.
You remove like a tab, a plastic.
Does it have an
turn.
on-off switch? Yeah, maybe that's it.
It's a couple of years.
I will warm that up if you give it to me, I'll warm it.
Charge.
Okay. Every 10 degrees Fahrenheit,
school.
the level of chemical activity is cut in half, doubled.
Meanwhile, we can try this other one. For this one, I made the gray level sensor. This one has several analog sensors, infrared. So I am using the two of them on the middle and add both and estimate an average of the measure of the two of the sensor. There is still a lot of work to do with the control to make it some PID control or something to make it more smooth.
Dampen the circuit.
Work.
Motorola.
That's pretty cool.
Something.
1956 Academy Award-winning movie.
Nothing.
Charlton Heston.
Yeah, riding in the chariot.
Yes.
Isn't that, yeah. Moses Park the Red Sea.
No, that was a different
Yeah,
one.
definitely. Very hard. Very good.
This route is very simple. But
That is cool.
this one is very interesting because you have an encoder, so you can count the
Oh, cool.
revolutions
No.
of the motor. There is a reduction, a mechanical reduction. So you have like 20 poles or something for each revolution.
Okay.
And this controller, you talk with this controller by I2C bus, and you can ask for the number, the actual count of each motor. So you can try to go straight, counting the values of both counters.
yeah.
If one counter is going below the other one, you can increase a little bit the voltage of this wheel to keep both at the same rate of turning.
Yeah.
So you know what's going on. In this one, you may apply the same voltage to both motors, but they have different
Yeah,
mechanical resistance or whatever.
different
So-
diameter of the wheel, different whatever, yeah.
So at the same voltage, they may move a little bit different. So the robot may go sideways. Okay? You can use this to just to turn exactly some degrees.
Yeah,
But the controller, you can ask for turn, and there are a library. You can ask for turn any amount of degrees. So you can just turn 90 degrees, go forward any amount of pulses, and you calibrate with the actual distance in your table. Or,
yeah.
so you can move your robot just being blind, just
Yeah,
go from one place
get
to
a pretty
another.
accurate distance and a
Yeah.
pretty accurate speed.
After a
too.
while, you will lose some
Yeah.
precision, maybe
Sure.
some sleep,
Sure.
face or whatever. But
A little bit of drift.
Hmm?
A little bit of drift.
yeah, I'm working with a big robot using hoverboard wheels.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm trying to figure out how to, I can have encoders in the wheels, but it's to be used in the backyard, you know? And the wheels may sleep sometimes, so the encoders don't tell you anything, you know? You're trying to turn, maybe the one wheel just sleep a little bit, so you lose the position. I was working with the ultrasonic location things to have the robot to know exactly the position of both sensors. So you have the position and the orientation of the robot all the time. Another idea was to use a camera with a optical flow software that is pointing down, maybe in front of the wheels. So any change in the image under the camera will be computed like a displacement.
Okay.
So you can calibrate just looking down how much are you moving.
Like a mouse.
Assuming that the image is not changing, it's not a moving soil or the grass is moving by the wind or whatever. If everything is steady, the camera will tell you how much you are moving forward.
That's like standard mouth software there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The same thing that the mouse, but using a couple of cameras in front of the wheels, you know?
Yeah.
And you know exactly how much are you moving each side. But if it's raining or there is some dust or something, may lose everything, but same idea.
And what kind of control logic is the wheels? Or you said PID loop somehow? You program that, or is that built
I am
in?
using in the RC control, pulse modulation.
PWM, yeah.
And so you can change speed proportional to this value. I am using joysticks to move the robot now, but I need to change the joystick for a microcontroller in the robot to control the robot.
For this one though, and the one that was kind of going back and forth a little bit like that, there must be feedback
From the wheels.
from the wheels, from the encoders that are on the wheel.
But those encoders are, they have like 32 points by revolution.
Yeah, okay.
They are 3 Hall effect sensors, and they are used by the power controller.
Yeah.
To produce the sequence of movement, you know, to change the power in the different coils, synchronizing with the position of those sensors.
So we must be sending a position, constantly moving or changing position command, and then we compare that to the feedback. And if it's not keeping up, we spend
but
more.
The controller, you have to access to the controller itself.
Oh, that's what I was asking.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
It's kind of built in.
Well, it's the same controller of the hoverboard, but hacked with a new software.
Gotcha.
So you can choose the kind of control you want. You can send serial parameters to the motors.
Yeah.
And send PW values
Yeah.
to move
Okay.
change the speed. But the position is not something that you have.
Gotcha.
I have another control that costs like $100. I didn't use yet. I have 2 of them. That they can be controlled with position, speed, position. They are very good.
Yeah. Okay.
And just move any amount of angle and just have an active control. So it don't move, stay in this position until you say, okay, do another position or change the speed or do 7 turns. So it's very nice. I will show it in the next month. It's in control.
now, this device here, you mentioned that it was looking at several sensors.
And so it's looking down at this mat and it's saying, okay, I'm too dark, I'm too light, I'm too dark, I'm too light.
Exactly.
And then it's taking that signal and trying to correct.
Exactly.
But
but you need to know the direction. What happens if you go in this direction, he's correcting in the right thing.
Okay.
So if you try to go in this direction,
Mm.
you know, it's back to the control. He needs to know that going in that direction, the grade level will increase or decrease. So he needs to know that
Interesting.
in this direction will increase and this direction will decrease. If you change the direction opposite, and the algorithm doesn't work, you know?
my brother and I were sailing on San Francisco Bay, and he had a controller on his tiller tied into the GPS, and he wants us to go like 197. And in the circuit would take us to where we go port, starboard, port, starboard, port, starboard, just like this.
Yeah.
And we had to get in there and just tweak the parameters so that instead of going 2 degrees, we only go 1.5.
Yeah.
And then we'd go 1.5 the other direction. So we kept going until it would go and settle down. It was a damping that needed to be done. And I don't know what your circuitry looks like,
Well,
but
the idea is to make it faster and more precise, no? Less oscillation.
yes.
This is homework. This is working with Arduino code, that is C++, and this is MicroPython is the code that is running here. But they both have the same microcontroller, PSP32. I think this may be a very bad saving power, you know, because I removed this 2 weeks ago. Maybe it is using some power
Just
a
idle.
couple of weeks.
That battery there is a very common, probably, what is it?
I have dozens. All my sensors in the house, I used to buy them in Costco.
Yeah.
Or dozens.
I've got, I pull apart my remote from my garage door and I just, it's a 2030, 2032 or whatever it is. And so I pulled it out and I plugged in a 2032 and said, okay. And then I noticed 2 came out. So the CR 2016, 3 volts, and you can use 2 2016s in there, and it gives you 6 volts, and the remote's made for that. Okay, that's interesting. They make them half height, same voltage, half height.
So
And you
you
can use
stack
2 of them,
them to increase your
and
voltage.
you get 6 volts.
There's a
Yeah.
2025 too. That
Thinner than that.
are
Oh,
different
geez.
profiles. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Because my remote or on your car remote, in my case, that one's different than the overhead garage door
Oh,
one. So
yeah.
I gotta have 2 packs in the refrigerator waiting to be.
Yeah.
Well, have you had any problems with your garage door? My inside, we ended up with having the same Ryobi garage door. My inside controller has stopped working. So if I want to open the door, I can either get up my phone and open the door with my phone, or I can walk outside, use the controller outside.
I haven't tried the indoor one. I got the wall mounted one, which is remote. It works fine.
And that's what's going on on me.
Well, what you have to do eventually, the battery will go dead in that. You have to replace that, and you have to relearn. It's relatively easy. You got a separate little antenna thing that sits up there.
Yeah.
There's a door sensor, there's the wall mount that talks to the Wi-Fi, then there's a separate button, and then there's the radio receiver, and then the exterior door button, and the two car remotes. Somewhere along the line, everything works except that the interior button is stopped. I've changed the batteries. I think it's just cracked out. But
But the receiver for the wall mounted button there's a light. It has a receiver that has a light on it.
now that's the one that they recommend you take apart and pull the antenna out.
Exactly.
The magnetic mount.
Exactly. And it's got a light on it.
Okay.
And that'll tell you if it's working or not. But yeah, they have some procedures for fixing it. I had to do mine, one of those. The wall, the one on the door is the one I keep having trouble with. The battery goes dead.
I haven't had any problems with that one.
Yeah, but it's just, it's a Bluetooth connection to the wall mounted thing.
Okay.
Yeah, and just go over and push the Bluetooth and then push the, put the battery in and push the Bluetooth and they'll sync up. And then the Wi-Fi was okay. It's still connected. And you can push the button to the Wi-Fi too. The Wi-Fi light will blink and it'll connect.
My controller is the one that has the open and close at the top. And then it has a lock on it, and a light, and a keypad.
Yeah, yep, that's it. That's our, we have, instead of the button where you go in the door, we have that thing and it's a little tricky. You have to hit it a couple of times. And yeah, I've reset that. You have to, how do you get that? Then the light will tell you if it's working or not. And if the light blinks when you push it, it didn't do it. If you push it and the light comes on solid, then it heard you.
All right.
Yeah, but the thing with the magnet on it, that's where your issue is. Put a battery in it and have it relearn that. You got the procedure for relearning?
Yeah, I got all of the
Okay.
big briefings because there's 20 pages.
Yeah.
I like the fact that the interior controller, you can lock out the exterior button on the outside, the keypad, and it will also lock out the remotes in the car, and it will lock out the internet. I bought mine off of Craigslist, and it came with a compressor mounted on the side, and I never could get the compressor to turn on and off with the remote. So I have to dial up, pull my phone out, pull up the Ryobi app, contact Wi-Fi in the house, and Wi-Fi in the house will turn the compressor on or off.
Mm. By the way, these nice Ryobi units have been discontinued.
Yes.
Right after we got them for a nice price. Yeah.
Are you guys
They were-
able to see what
What
Ray's saying in the chat?
Yeah. but
Nobody's
Chandler-
paying attention, Ray.
I have an old like Craftsman one. I think mine is hardwired.
Yeah. I had that like.
I can, Leroy.
I know.
Fine. And then the night.
We're out here in no man's land right now, Art.
Okay.
All I had was the key to the car. We tried to.
All us virtual people. We're not really here.
The garage door opener failed.
I wanted to see more of the code.
It's getting cold, it's getting dark.
Vicente, show us more code.
Universal 16-ounce door opener.
You changed something in December?
I changed the speed of the, I'm just playing with the speed to check that
Oh, the
the
interface.
code is changed.
Yeah, but not the robot.
No,
Ray wants to see more of the code, Vicente.
Both of these controllers, they talk about PID.
I don't know if they can hear us or not.
I don't either.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
For our company.
Yeah.
Okay, that's mainly what we sold.
I Actually, we didn't use.
I need one of those telerobot, or telepresence robots, like
Nested,
Sheldon had on the show,
Yep.
Big Bang. That way I can at least bump the table or something. Hey, you.
PI. The speeders have PI.
We,
Currently.
I
We
think one of
almost
the,
haven't. Do
Do
I?
these guys even know what PID means?
Proportional is
Oh,
okay.
you know,
And
Vicente knows what PID is.
Oh yeah.
of course,
And then occasionally, if you have a reactive, a chemical reaction or something, you can use the.
I think in general, they don't keep the open.
Deep inside,
How about
yeah.
that? With the proportional integral, you got a second order system that can have oscillation, but a proportional only, you see like you only have a first order lag, like a capacitor type thing, and that's not that.
Oh,
Are they
that was
using a
weird.
PID
My
algorithm
internet
inside?
connection just
So
went.
when it gets enough error that it has to go the other way, gets enough error that it's gonna go the other way. And it, you know, the error, the amount of error, how much error does it take to change? Okay, how much error, and you can make it really fast and it'll go crazy, or you make it really slow and it will overshoot till the error gets big enough to drive it the other way.
Well, you have to accept some error or it'll jitter.
Sure.
And this is, I've been watching it and it is very consistent in the amount that it changes.
Yes, because it measures the value and moves for 100 milliseconds, or I don't remember how much it was. So it's blind for a while, and then read again, go blind, read again,
Okay.
go
So
blind.
he's got a time constant built in.
You can increase your frequency of sampling and make it more smooth, more,
Okay.
but still will be some vibration. You need to make it
The
proportional.
oscillation would be more frequent, but lower.
Yeah, lower, yeah.
So instead of
But
this,
then
it
if you
would be,
include the proportional control, you will make it smoother and more smooth.
Well, proportional is just the gain. You change the frequency because it's that sort of device, and then you change.
And you can try to increase the speed and maintain the levels.
Yeah.
you know, it was 20 years ago in messing with the autopilot on the sailboat. And my recollection was we got the boat to go forward very stably. It didn't oscillate forward or starboard, but we never did figure out how to correct for the wind drift. So if this is the target that we've been assigned to, and the GPS says the 197 to that.
Yeah.
And so we head that direction, but we're being blown off to the side by
Exactly.
the wind.
Yeah.
And so every time
You need to point overshooting your target.
Yes.
a little bit, depending on the wind.
so
Yeah.
it's
It probably has
197, 195,
speeds
194.
of a
Pretty
motor.
soon we're past it and we're having,
You got fixed speed and this one faster, and then you got fixed speed and this one faster. So that's gonna, okay, if you got an error that's big enough, this wheel's gonna go faster. And the error the other direction, this wheel's gonna go faster. That's what I did with my compass driven deal. I could go 100 feet down the driveway and turn it and go 100 feet and tell it to go exactly 180 degrees and turn it, and I had it go like 500 feet and it would go to the exact same spot every time. But you didn't want to park, I was using a compass guide. You didn't want to park a car in there or any of that. No. But it was extremely accurate. And basically that was it. I had two speeds, you know, I had to turn left and turn, well, I did have one that was straight ahead when I didn't have an error, but it was basically this wheel fast or this wheel fast are the same. And they were not accurate. There was no feedback like he's got. But I was amazed at how accurate, and it did this, and then it did that.
Maybe
And
a
then
good idea
did
just
this.
to draw a line in your driveway. Use the line drawing in the concrete.
Yeah, that's true. You could draw a
Some
line,
color,
but-
maybe.
and you'd see it would drift this way, just a little bit, and then drift that way just a little bit, and then they would go this way a little bit, but at the end, it was right on the spot. And I had to go up and down the driveway like 5 times and ended up dead nuts on the same spot that it started on. With a compass, yeah. It has the electronic compass. Yeah, you can buy them. They're like, $2 or $3.
Wow.
And it sends you the degrees, number of degrees in characters, ASCII characters. And then you have to watch it for when you're going past 360 because all the numbers change. But yeah, and that's all done. They have all those calculations done. So I just jack that into the software and set. This is the speed for when you're turning left. This is turning left. This is the speed for when you're turning right. And then this is the speed when you have no error. And it worked. And it drifted a little bit left, a little bit right. But at the end, it was perfect.
Now, this was magnetic as opposed to inertial.
Right. It was magnetic. Absolutely. That's why you need to park a car near it. I found that out. Park in the turnaround spot. Ooh.
So the neighborhood kids with the rare earth magnets would just play havoc.
Oh, yeah.
I would think that your control logic would be set a constant speed for both wheels. And then based on.
That's when no error, when you're in the dead band.
No, well, that's what I'm saying, is both wheels did the same speed command.
Yeah.
But then the feedback being this grayscale, if it's off center a little bit, you would send the difference command to each wheel. This one a little bit plus, this one a little bit minus, on top of the constant. So, it's instead of 10 plus 10, if it goes drift a little bit, oh, now I send 11 and not, it would be like a differential control.
For straight lines, it sounds great, but he's initiating a 180-degree turn. And so that's,
I don't know that the logic would change though.
I guess there are layers of this.
The
Because
controller,
you have the gain for each of the motors because they have a different slope.
but you can move those robots from 0 to 255, the value. I am using 30 and 40 for the differential.
And he's got encoders
Right,
on that.
and increase this
That would be more helpful.
250, So the speed may be really fast, but you need to take care of the proportional thing. It's not just so crazy.
Yeah, that would be a good thing, to do that. A little more complex, but
You have plenty of speed to use, but I'm in the safe place now.
yeah, it works all the time. Not like that darn push button. It still works sometimes. That works all the time. That's good.
We've been testing just like this and adjust the control.
And that's the trouble with using RF links to stuff. There's always something that will knock you out, like that light, or like this thing making a lot of RF noise. Yeah, there's always something around. It's very noisy in this room.
Well, this one you can upload the code wireless now, but you have to wait half a minute or so.
Wow.
Using the Wi-Fi network.
Oh,
to connect your computer and the board to the same Wi-Fi network, and you can change the code. But it's slow. You want to just change a value, the other way you almost can change on the fly the code.
the Wi-Fi is slower.
No, it's slower the compilation time.
Oh,
The Arduino spend a lot of time compiling it. The loading may be 5 seconds, but compiling sometimes it's very large.
But Python, you don't really compile, do you?
No, just send the script and the interpreter is already in the main error. So
Yeah, so it's almost immediate, yeah. That's amazing. They built a tokenizer to run on at the bottom. That's really nice. But they do that, been doing that with PCs like Clarion Professional Developer. I had software that I used years ago. It was all token. It was amazing. Yeah, with the encoders on there, he should be able to smooth that puppy out. But that's good. And it's very reliable and not complex and does the job. Away you go.
this one can be turning 2 hours and a half with this battery.
Wow.
But this one maybe 5 hours or more. This one. Because the motors are the same motor.
Does that little one have the feedback also, the encoder?
Those, no. This costs half of this one.
But the performance, you know, is it different with or without the encoder?
No, there's no, I am not using the encoders here.
Oh, you're not using it?
No. You can ask for the value.
But you're not
The
using
encoders
the
are
feedback.
just counters. They are counting all the time.
Yeah,
You can ask for the value, you can reset the value. But
But you're not
it's
using
in parallel, no, I am not using.
So it's open loop then.
You can turn on and off a flag in this microcontroller to use, they say PID on, PID off, but the PID is for start and stop. Instead of moving, it starts slow and stops slow. It's more smooth. All the movements are very smooth in this way, but it's just a on-off command for start stop, not for this kind of control. Actually, maybe I need to have it off if I try to control myself the wheels. You know?
Yeah.
Is on off, and maybe there is a kind of control that each time to change the speed, he moves from one value to the other with a ramp or something, instead of instantly change the value. Doesn't matter if it's stop or run or high speed, whatever you do, it always goes smooth from one value to the other. This is what they do.
Please say that again.
There is a command to the microcontroller that is in the robot, not the microcontroller that control the robot. There is in the board, there is a microcontroller that controls directly the motor, the values and whatever. But you can send to the controller a command and ask for PID on or PID off.
Okay.
This PID is not to do any kind of driving, it's just to make it smooth the change in speed. You want to go from on 0 to
He's not doing
off
like we
0
do.
to
We
on
wrote the
100.
PID out.
You don't doesn't change instantly to 100. So like with a ramp or something, they made some kind of
So you're
cure to go from one value to the other.
asymptotic
Exactly.
decline.
So when you see the robot performing movements, it does soft. Everything is soft. It reaches the final speed that you ask, but not instantly. Just go smooth and go.
I've seen many things that are mechanical for like ladder control, where you want it to accelerate but not overshoot.
Okay.
So it starts out slow, rapidly increases, and then slows down so that you approach it quickly, but you don't have a sudden drop at the same time. I understand.
I will show that in another meeting. Maybe just as the robot goes straight, go right to left, do some kind of maneuvers with it on and off, and you will see that
Okay.
it's a lot different. So the idea on respect the inertia of the system and go slow from one value to the other.
One of the things you run into with the magnetic compass thing that I was using is it has a deadband and it has errors, and it'll go boing, 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 even if it's sitting there straight, and then it'll be off. And then you'll get one off this way. So you're coming along and you have to kind of do some tuning based on what the error is, because there will be some error built. But all in all, it's amazingly accurate. But you will get a bogus number occasionally. You'll be off 5 degrees sometimes. So you have to kind of do a floating average. And
Leroy was talking about April tags, I guess 3 weeks ago. And I looked that up and they said that the best they were getting out of those was 4.1 degrees of accuracy. Which I thought was incredible for an optical device being used at barcode.
Four degrees of accuracy.
It has
Can you hear me?
infrared sensors, but they are switched on.
I don't
off.
think they can
The
hear us.
ones that we have.
Those, okay.
Yeah.
Which ones are you using?
I am using this one.
That one.
Yeah. But it's an add-on. It's a.
Cute bot.
You can buy this in Amazon for $29.
That's cool. And it has the same processor. Oh yeah, you said.
Yeah, the plug-in board. Yeah.
So how sensitive is the infrared detector? If I warmed this track up, would my handprint be enough to change the thermal image?
I don't know. This sensor is just an infrared sensor.
So it shines infrared, and then there
Shine,
are.
and yeah. I show how it is immune to the light external.
Okay.
I have a very powerful red lamp flashlight.
it's just
and very
looking,
powerful
it's just
white.
looking for grayscale.
I move the lanterns, and it doesn't
Infrared light and the infrared
sensor
detector.
detect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's immune to ambient light.
And so
It's a percentage of light reflected. And it just happens to be in the infrared range. It could be in any range. If you use it in the fluorescent range, that range, and it'd be unpleasant here.
So if you had it's not the same technology as using an infrared temperature sensor. You're not interested in the temperature,
Yeah.
but the reflectivity.
No, but they are a little bit affected, I think, but maybe not much.
Probably not much.
For temperature, they use more surface in the silicon, more area. This is very tiny. Maybe it's more immune at temperature radiation. You know.
I had more questions than I had knowledge.
Hello. Can you hear us?
I don't think so.
You're on the line and try to
Nope.
sabotage the.
No, we're just out here.
I don't know
Yeah.
this one, but I know the other one is very immune.
We're going to have to remember this conversation, Ray, so that we could
Same
try
here.
to get the robot portion of this meeting back again. Remember one time we were actually talking about doing a spinoff of Robot Club for a Robot Club?
Well, it's a spinoff from Automation Technology Club to become Robot Club.
Yes, the At Rock.
Yeah.
The At Rock Club. Yep.
Need somebody smarter than me to figure out what to mute. and what to run.
I'm using the sleds to indicate which motor is moving.
Yeah, yeah. A red and green, I got that. Same thing I did on mine, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, he still does it, doesn't he? Yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah, those LEDs probably use very little infrared. Most LEDs, it's easier to make infrared, LEDs put out the UV range, very little. That's what the newer ones, the 2300 Kelvin ones, they put out more yellow, more infrared.
you know, with this LED technology, supposedly people will save energy with light, but the effect was that people are using more and more light.
Sure.
Because it's cheap, you know.
Sure.
So at the end, we are using almost the same energy.
I remember when you did that study, this was years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Every time I buy a light bulb, I think of you because I went to the dollar store.
We usually use to turn off all the lights.
LED.
Turn off the lights now.
I went on
Oh, it's
Amazon.
$1 per year.
Incandescent.
My wife worked as a pharmacy technician
So
for 20 years.
now my
So
flood
she's
lamps
used to being
are
LED,
I don't like.
but they have an infrared
Tremendous
sensor.
amount.
Okay, nobody's paying attention, but
To see if
they'll get
it's-
the message when I turn the meeting off, won't they, in like 4 minutes?
When it comes up, it does like blind
I would
spots.
guess.
You'll see a floodlight, and there'll be a little black
It's almost time.
light bulb now, and you see a little spot on the side, and it's red. That's an
They
infrared
don't have any idea, do they?
My front porch lights, you just screw them in, and they're dusted off.
That's true. We have so many LED lights that people have thrown away. People throw out a light and they leave 3 LED bulbs in the fixture. Well, I'm compelled to go get those three lights. I have more than I'll ever use in the rest of my life, but I'm still gonna go get them whenever I see them thrown out.
And now they got a screw-in floodlight with a camera built into it.
Yes.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
That's actually really cool.
657.
I wonder what the life on that is,
3 minutes.
because that's got a mechanical motor and so forth in it for the gimbal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. These are gotta go. I know, I'm one of them, yeah. We gotta go before we go. Okay, so next week is a live meeting too, and hopefully Leroy will be live next week. More live than he is this week.
I'm trying to be live. You guys can't hear me.
Yeah, you got that thing. Oh, that's good.
We have a platform to work.
This is very neat to see it.
I brought my compass in here, compass robot in here, and it went crazy. It didn't know where it was.
Oh,
That compass doesn't work, then it's too much. And
so what kind of format do you, if you print this? You
Here,
said
this is vinyl.
vinyl. Okay, but you just, what kind of a file?
No, I make the file.
Is like
I designed the draw.
yeah?
Yeah.
It's you just give them like a PDF file or
Yeah.
PDF?
You come with your PDF. You adjust the size, whatever you want. I print this size and I print something like this. 140 bigger.
Yeah.
%. Yeah. I made different. I think I did like 5 different.
See you guys later.
Take care.
See you on the-
They're not paying any attention to us.
I did my 3D print. My kids got me a
Okay.
printer, so I But then
That sounds good, Ray.
my son-
We'll talk later.
You ought to change it and put
Sure.
a little logo that, you know, the oil can, for, they put that on your dashboard if your oil is low.
I clicked
So,